Good morning, good morning, do 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 do. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to a daily dose of joy, where we dose our brains on the fly using microdosing tools to optimize the dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins in our brain, which help us to have a clearer and easier capacity to seek out the joy that's always lurking around us, ready to surprise and delight us. And so today we're going to use the Woopsie Daisy tool. And the great thing about this tool is it helps not only give us some laughs and some giggles, but it also patterns our brain to face things that could be embarrassing or uncomfortable and create associations to humor and laughter. And so, laugh when you take a tumble as opposed to fear and alarm. So I thought we could do some today on the theme of food on your face. A friend had one the other day that was just so good. It was so good. So this is a friend who's she's very health conscious and always makes these amazing smoothies every morning. And we've all been there, right? Where you drink a smoothie or a milkshake and you get the little mustache, right? So she's telling me the story and I'm thinking, all she had to do is say, oh, I've got a Woopsie Daisy story I want to tell you. I made this smoothie the other day. And I think, okay, I get where this is going. It's going to be funny, but this one has a twist. She drives her daughter to school, drops her daughter off, waves, kisses her daughter goodbye, then finishes up her smoothie in the car and goes by to get a coffee after her smoothie, goes into this coffee shop and orders her cappuccino, leaves the coffee shop, walks down the sidewalk with all the folks out and about, and goes into, where does she go? It's like because everything with the proper distancing that we're doing is all being done at like quite a distance from each other. But she notices that, she's going to pick up her dog from like a dog, I guess, like trainer or groomer or something. And so there's a bunch of people. She's gotten her coffee and she's now walked all the way through this neighborhood and through these streets and gotten to this dog groomer trainer. I'm not really sure. She was going to pick up her dog and chats with some people outside. And then they have a little gate and they bring up the dog. She talks to the people and they get home and she notices her dog is like trying to like lick her face. Her dog's affectionate and excited, but she didn't think anything of it. She gets home and looks in the mirror and she has what looks like a full-grown mustache. Her smoothie had been exactly a match to her hair color and it somehow just been light enough that it did not look like a smoothie mustache at all. She took a picture of it for me and sent it to me. And it would be, y'all, it'd be like if I just had a little slight brown mustache. I mean, a makeup artist could not have designed it better to tone to her hair and look like she just was a person that wore a mustache. And no one anywhere said anything to her, which if it had been like orange or blue, somebody would have gone, oh, you've got a smoothie mustache. You've got a little something. But she went through like a quarter of her day with a little surprise facial hair. she was calling me, like, you've got to hear this Woopsie Daisy story. And she just laughed and laughed and laughed. Oh, it was pretty funny. But we've all been there, right? Like, you go somewhere with food on your face, and luckily, I think for most of us, some kind soul tells us. So that made me think of when my son was little. He would loved ramen noodles, and we didn't have them that often, but when he had them, he was super excited. But I mean, they would be everywhere. Like, it was like they'd be up in his hair. They'd be just, because they kind of have an adhesive quality. So he'd have ramen noodles all over his face. They'd get all worked into his clothes. So I still joke when he eats ramen noodles. I'm like, yeah, you try and get that from the bowl into your belly, you know? And so we were out within, well, it's been a while now. It must have been last year and a half ago. We were still out at restaurants, and we went and got ramen bowls and had this lovely meal together. We're chatting, and then he just starts laughing, and I'm like, and we'd laugh, but it was an odd, like we're talking about homework, and then all of a sudden, and the waitress comes by, and he's like nodding to her, and they're gesturing, and I finally realized that, like, I've got like ramen noodle, like a little ramen noodle, just hanging on the edge of my lip, kind of dancing around while I'm talking. And my son is so just completely flummoxed because, like, I've seen him with ramen noodle over his face, but he'd never seen me with ramen noodle on my face. And so he's like, okay, Mom, you got this noodle on your face. You know, he's like, you got to take it off. I can't stop laughing. Mom, no. I think, you know, it would take me forever to get it off your face. So I just am going to leave this on for a little while. You know, but he's a teenager, and that wasn't cool. So I walk up to pay this noodle, and friends walk in with their kid, who's my kid's age. And he's just giving me the stink eye, like, Mom, you know, you gotta take that off your face. And I turn around to my friend, I'm like, hey! Oh my God. And she thought it was quite funny, but our kids, oh boy, they were like, no, you're not cool. That was too much. Cross the line. It's funny when I get to laugh at you, but Mom, don't you go showing other people. It was just a little mom and pop place. It really wasn't so de rigueur, but it was very funny. And it was just one of those, like, whoopsie daisy, you know, stuff happens. Food ends up in unusual places sometimes. And I figured at least it wasn't a full matching mustache. Oh, well, I hope those help you guys find ways to laugh at the oddities and absurdities that befall us all. And, sorry, just imagining my friend out with her mustache and me out with my little noodle whisker. Three gentle solidarity breaths. Okay. We have dosed our brains. And it feels so good. And we just keep stepping up to the plate. choosing to laugh, choosing to sing, choosing to tell stories, using these very easy, playful games throughout the day is a way to use applied neuroscience to optimize the neurotransmitters in our brain, create more joy in our life. So I hope today will surprise and delight you. Thanks for spending this time with me. I love it. And I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Bye.